Welcome on in, Isa. Today we're playing Castlevania Bloodlines. So we're playing a ROM hack of Castlevania Bloodlines I picked up called Castlevania Bloodlines Revised Edition, which I picked up a while ago. I don't even remember this second, because I noticed that opening text was very different. In particular, they called Elizabeth Bartley by her actual ROM hack. There it is. Revised edition. What does this do? Region lockout bypass. The remix Castlevania tracks are enabled by default when you pick up the final upgrade. Don't need to put in the code in the sound test then. Can select expert mode from the option menu without beating the game or entering the code. Great. Player can select 9 lives from the options menu without using the Konami code. Excellent. John is referred to as Johnny, and Elizabeth Bartley is referred to as Elizabeth Bathory. She's her original name. She's based on an actual person. The Blood Countess. Cutscenes now update to include the entire game's story from the instruction manuals, even in the original Japanese story details. For example, Elizabeth's death is dated to 1614 again, and Eric's motivations are made clear in-game. Graphical changes in the blonde hair variant. Eric is given blonde hair during gameplay. In green hair variant, Eric. We're playing the blonde hair. Eric will have blonde hair in as matches the cutscenes. Yeah, it seems to be the main thing. Yeah, like that's that. So those are the changes we'll be experiencing in this version for anybody who's unaware of it. The actual game itself, standard, very standard, what it originally is. Welcome in, Panda. Let me get up. Because the frustrating thing with this game is it's the only non-arcade Castlevania game to have limited continues. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have password lists available here to me. And if need be, if I run out of continues, we can just use a password to load up the stage that we're on. Does it play like Castlevania 4? Not quite, no. So I threw it out on the Discord. Which Castlevania game do you guys want me to play next? And the suggestion that came through was Castlevania Bloodlines with Eric Lecarde. Allowed to 9, abso-goddamn-lutely. So we'll be using a spear rather than the whip. And the whip doesn't control like it did in Super Castlevania 4 either. It's much more classic Castlevania with a couple of looser uses. Like here, you should be able to see John. There you go. Aim upwards. John can whip diagonally when he's in the air, and he can use that to swing off surfaces. And beyond that, like aside from that, the whip is the same as standard. So let's get started, shall we? Castlevania Bloodlines, genuinely a really good fucking game. Only really held back, in my opinion, by its limited continues. So, Eric Lecarde. I want to make a point here of, we're playing this with Eric Lecarde now. At some point in the future, we'll come back to this and we'll do a full playthrough with John Morris. Because, like, Rondo of Blood, because you can play as Richter and Maria, you can switch them when you get a game over and whatnot. So I'll be doing that. With this, the full playthrough now is going to be Eric. So we'll come back and do it with John Morris at a later date. Eric can do that. Eric is much more agile than John. He can aim his spear in 8 directions. You can do this if you're holding the spear out. Just keep spinning. Really cool. If you hold the down button, you can do a super jump. Really cool. One thing I do really like about this game, it's like a kind of a holdover until Rondo of Blood would allow you to just pick up sub-weapons that you dropped previously. This game makes it very clear what candles have sub-weapons in them. And they're the candles that have the single ones on them. Like you see there, there are 2 candles on screen. There's the one just above us, and then there's one to the right of us. One above us has a single candle, the one to the right has 2. The single candles are always sub-weapons. And I think that's a really good visual shorthand to let you know that sub-weapon. Maybe you'll want it, maybe you want to stick with what you've got. I'm okay with the axe. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Everybody ready for Castlevania? There you go. So, special effects in this game. When you get the level 3 weapon upgrade, the music changes to like a special theme. There's a secret unlockable thing if you set the sound test to the right numbers. The background music and the sound effects in the sound test to the right numbers. That unlocks the ability, like unlocks the thing where the level 3 upgrade changes the music to one of 3 random tracks. Vampire Killer, Beginning, Bloody Tears. And that's what we've got on here by default, and it's really cool. And this will last until we take damage. Go. Went up the stairs instead of aiming upwards. So you could argue, like, very reasonably that Eric is the easier mode. But I think, like Maria, he does actually take more damage per hit than Jonathan does, or John Morris does. So he's more agile, but he's less durable. And which one's better is entirely dependent on your playstyle. A good Castlevania character player will know how to use both. No, I'll take this. This will actually be useful for this boss. Yeah. Usual like speed. I don't think necessarily that Eric's faster than Jonathan, but he's more agile. He's got longer range with his spear. He can aim it in more directions. Because Jonathan has to jump to do, like, diagonals. Eric can't do diagonals while jumping, but you can do them on the ground. And then, of course, there's his super jump, which is useful in specific areas. Eat shit, Skelly boy. Like that. I'm doing this terribly. It's only the first stage. Never trust blood and like blood drops in these games. More often than not, they are just conspiring to kill you. Skeleton seemed really incredulous that I had a long-range weapon. Good work, boys. Like, Jonathan can't get up here like this. This is Vampire Killer. This isn't just for show either, like this does actually make our weapon more powerful. That meat. I think this being tied to the final power-up, which is lost when you take damage, is probably a good idea. Because it means that you can get this as a neat little bonus, but it's not going to completely override the actual stage music. Because you will get hit. Unless you're like the best Castlevania player ever lived, you're going to get hit. You know what? I'm pretty happy. I did that boss taking no damage. In Rondo of Blood, that would get me an extra life. And then Rondo of Blood's the only Castlevania game that gives you any kind of bonus for taking 0 damage against a boss. Greece. Here we get the introduction to a lesser-known Castlevania track, but one that has reappeared several times. This is Iron Blue Intention. Is it? Give me a second, I need to look up. That was introduced. I might be getting confused. I had him like, wait, wasn't Iron Blue Intention in Factory? Yeah, it was. Fuck is state. Old sack. Anyway, the point is, this one does all. This one reappears early on in Circle the Moon. We'll get to Iron Blue Intention. Iron Blue Intention. I was right, it is in Stage 4, the Munitions Factory. I'm generally not as fond of the Mega Drive as I am the Super Nintendo, partly because I grew up with the Super Nintendo. And in general, games that were on both looked better on Super Nintendo in a lot of ways. But it really can't be denied that Castlevania Bloodlines is a fantastic looking 16-bit game. Yeah, go up this way. So this is a real good show of making use of the abilities of both protagonists. Because going up this way is the wrong direction. You want to go up left. But the game makes it so you are not out of luck, whichever character you have. Jonathan can whip onto the ceiling and swing across to the other side and climb the stairs. Eric can jump up. And that, I feel, is good game design. It's like, oh, we set this trap for you, but there's a way for you to get out of it. Now we gotta deal with this dickbag who's making it rain. Yeah, let's go with the axe. Maybe the boomerang would have been the better option here. You coming on the screen there, buddy? I went in the wrong direction. This dickbag who has a spear, a halberd. Is it a halberd or is it just like an axe? Yeah, that's definitely a halberd. It's a pole arm. I shouldn't have jumped into him. Would have had that if I hadn't jumped. Now my spear has less reach, so this gets a little more tense. If we don't kill him before the water gets above a certain point, that's death. That was close. I'll take my spear upgrade now, thank you. There we go. Come on. And then comes the second one. This one in particular is trickier with John Morris because his whip has shorter range. But it's really the same idea, like, get in, make a hit, get out. So, Castlevania aficionados will be pleased to know this is the first Castlevania game with a soundtrack composed by Michiru Yamane, who went on to become, like, the primary Castlevania composer, beginning with Symphony of the Night. Being responsible for some of the best tracks in the series from that game. Who can forget such wondrous pieces as Dracula's Castle, Wood Carving Partita, Little Teardrops, and many more. Oh no. No, no. I'm gonna say, like, I'll keep the boomerang for now, but that didn't happen. The white dragons feel particularly erratic in this game compared to others. And I feel like it's Konami taking influence from specific Mega Drive games like Gunstar Hero and Alien Syndrome. Not Alien Syndrome, I mean Alien Soldier. Meat. Beginning. Oh shit. Green Nuke almost screwed me. Yeah, the axe would be better here. Game has some fantastic background. And here we go, the box. The axe would have actually been better for this. We got this boss was actually going to be in the next room. So the trick with this boss is we need to break these centerpieces to make his head low enough to hit. And of course, because the axe aims upwards, like, using the axe is... Here you go. Stage 2 done and only one death, and that death is only because I... So we're doing good. Good work. There are 4 more stages. Now, the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Yes. Then the munitions factory, and then the palace in Versailles. And then the palace in London. That's a Mega Drive enemy sound. Like, you can feel that. It's genuinely so good, though, this game finally got re-released. Because this game didn't get a re-release, like, weirdly enough, until the Mega Drive Mini came out. Like, that was the first time this game ever got re-released. And then, like, not long afterwards, Konami put out the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. It's like, great, now more people can actually play this. But, like, for 20 plus years, you could not buy this again. It didn't get a re-release on the Virtual Console or anything. It's like, what are you doing, Konami? I'm not leaving you alive. That's right. Okay, now we're actually in the tower. That was good. Want to be without my level 2 spear? Holy water is not the sub-weapon I would have chosen for this. That's the weapon I would have chosen. Gotcha, bitch. Oh no, a white dragon. It's weird that they stop the level and present this as a boss. But I think, like, aside from its size and its ability to breathe fire, it is basically a regular white dragon. Here we go. I feel like it's just like one of the only games where I really don't want the holy water. I think the quality of this soundtrack, though, is generally quite impressive. It doesn't sound like the usual Mega Drive twang you'd get in a lot of Mega Drive games. A lot of third-party Mega Drive games. A lot of Sega stuff was generally better about avoiding that. Also, like, speaking of really good-looking stages, this whole sequence with the tower rotating in the background looks so good. Yeah, I got a twofer. That's not bad. Alright, let's make this section harder then. Oh, the starter's back here. I'll be able to get my level 2 spear back again. There it is. Gotcha. Actually pulling that off successfully feels really cool. Because the actual hitbox on that's kind of weird. Try and grab some jewels off them. Well, that wasn't a jewel. Or useful. I will say, as far as visuals go, I feel like the focus on visual style hampers this next boss fight. Yes. Like, as it spins around, your position changes, and it feels really disorienting. And like, oh, you might end up falling off the edge, and it's really uncomfortable. It leaves you feeling like you don't want to move too much in this boss fight. Alright. I like that level 2 spear. That said though, like, visually, this is super cool for the Mega Drive. A whole lot of invincibility frames there. Ow! Here we go again. See, with this bouncing phase now, as the tower turns and moves around, you'll position yourself away from it so you won't get hit by it bouncing, and then the tower will spin and you'll be moved underneath it, and it's really frustrating. But that's stage 3. Next comes stage 4, the munitions factory, with Iron Blue Intention, which is genuinely a track. I'd want everybody to get a chance to appreciate the track there for a second. These helmeted skeletons that work like the blood skeletons. Meat. Yeah, the boomerang's probably generally better for me right now. I'm disappointed we replaced Iron Blue Intention with this because I'm not as fond of this rendition of Beginning. There's a little trick we can do here. Let's see if I can pull it off just right. With this being the revised edition, they might have fixed that. That's probably really not worth trying. Yeah, I want something other than the screen. I hope these cogs have better platform positioning than the ones in Super Castlevania 4. That's an unfortunate. I do really appreciate that they've kept the pattern of the Medusa heads the same over the years. Because it leaves them as an enemy that can cause real frustration. But if you've made note of the pattern and you've kind of just got it ingrained into your head, it can be something you can really prepare for. I like it. I like it, previous experience, like, being viable. There you go. Oh, another X. Why did I get knocked forward? Fuck off. I'll take that. Oh, you dick. Oh, that was close. What are they making in Germany? Oh shit. Wasn't ducking in time. There we go. That was the perfect timing to hit him on so he can catch him on the rebound. That was a little too close for comfort. Well, you know, for a second there, I was trying to think what the boss of this level is, and I'm glad these cog things showed up to remind me. This is, like, easily one of the weirdest Castlevania bosses. I'll go through a room before it as well. That's better. Dude, too far left there. Eat shit Clockwork Knight. Gold. Stage 5. The Palace of Versailles. (1917), so Versailles isn't just a place coupled with terrible political decisions yet. Really could have done with the axe there. There we go. Oh no. Oh no, blood. It's a wide arc you've got there, fellow. I didn't even make it past the first screen. Well. How you doing, Ben? Like you know that. You should do. All of the mod entrance alerts are from games that you all like. Use them specifically. Except for Ninja, because Ninja's is from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But it's of a character he likes. Theme of a character from a game he likes. 1897, you say? Oh, 1871. I shouldn't be allowed to read. It'll come to you. Hmm? You've got all year to figure it out. Fucking bullshit. We didn't even make it off the first screen anyway. That's fine. Humiliate the French all they want. They are, after all, our natural enemies. Yeah. Ready for you that time, you son of a bitch. Oh, pal. You know, when I press the sub-weapon button, I'd like to fire off sub-weapons. I like a small nitpick, but it is mine. Get off this goddamn screen. Like the Star Wars Bounty Hunter remasters on 50% off. I'll have to pick that up because I'm considering doing that for Star Wars month. Yeah, I feel like the Treaty of Versailles did worse than just humiliate Germany. Bit of an understatement. Fucking things. Let's restart this entire screen, shall we? Animation was mostly fine, though towards the end, when they introduced the deep ground stuff, and it's like... Yeah. What feels like the worst elements of what the compilation became. Yeah, what feels like the worst elements of what the compilation became with Vice and Nero. As I was enjoying actual Final Fantasy VII content up until then, with a little bit extra that supplements and adds to what was already there. And then the game's like, no, Dirge of Cerberus. Like, nobody liked Dirge of Cerberus. Fuck off. Yeah, I know. But like in Remake and earlier in Intermission, it's like cute little references. It's like, oh, let's make a couple of references to Crisis Core or Before Crisis or whatnot. Actually bringing in characters from Dirge of Cerberus feels like... Oh, we're getting into that anime bullshit, aren't we? The anime bullshit that was giving Final Fantasy VII Remake praise for not doing. Yeah, I know you like Dirge of Cerberus. Plus, it doesn't help that, like, it's such an over-the-top designed character. like, the minute Vice is introduced and Nero, and it's like, wow. I wasn't expecting some Kingdom Hearts in my Final Fantasy VII Remake. It feels like it goes against the tone of it completely. And then the Nero boss fight on top of that just being genuinely bullshit. Like, oh, we're gonna start draining your health at random intervals for this fight. Cool, this game already had a problem with trying to keep Yuffie alive. In the end, I won that boss fight with both characters at double-digit health. Like, the tightest margin. Oh, that was interesting. I think more than anything, though, Intermission reminded me of, like, how good Remake can be, and just how frustrating Remake can really be. Which I had genuinely forgotten. I think partly because the last time I played it, I did it with mods to mitigate a lot of that bullshit. A win is a win, but like when it feels like it's been scraped through like by the skin of your teeth, it doesn't feel all that satisfying, especially in a boss fight that wasn't enjoyable to begin with. Jesus Christ. Like, surely you get what I mean, though. Presumably having played Intermission yourself or having seen it. When I say that Nero and Vice are very Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that was my second biggest problem after the battle system. Well, I've spoken at length about how I felt about that. There we go. Like, we'll see how I feel with Rebirth when we get to that. But before then, we have a game that we know is genuinely just really fucking good, because we're doing Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger and then Rebirth. Kyoei Toshi could come back. Like, I would not be against doing Kyoei Toshi again. And, like, going through more of it. I connected my Japanese account to my PS5 specifically for that, and it is currently downloaded on my PS5. It was cool. Like, it was always a game that I really wanted to see get a Western release, but it's understandable why it never did. That's Clem. Kill him. Kill him now. Ah, shit. I'm gonna check out his stream to find out more about it, Bane. How you doing, Alex? Down here, you. Piece of shit. Fucking motherfucker. Yeah, been doing it for a while. Not really done it about it because nobody. Alright, let's see how that does. Fuck this room. God damn it. I have to go through this room because you can only go through the other room with Jonathan. With John. I hate this room. I hate this room and it's bullshit. Dream still isn't fucking working properly. Always the thing to make me irritating me. to me. Five lives in this one goddamn room. Why isn't this working right now? Alright, let's get out of there. Awful room. Welcome. Welcome back. That's my sound alert in my own stream. It is, of course, Castlevania. The fun you guys are missing out on by not streaming Castlevania regularly. That room. Fuck you and your flea men, you motherfuckers. Eat shit. Ah. Well, I made it through. Because I'm just that good. How's everybody doing? Honestly, fuck you, you stupid butthead motherfuckers. Is it really Castlevania if we're not all swearing as a family? Both hands as a family? It's a large gentleman. Making the Mega Drive noises. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, you dick. Oh, shit. What a hell. This isn't even the final boss of this level. Your arm hurts? That means you're alive. Humans! Still going. Oh, we've got another sub-boss to go as well before we get to the actual boss. Oh. Yeah, it looks like the stream's mostly holding stable. I say as it starts to fucking die again. Well, I'm on my last life, and if I die, I have to restart this entire goddamn stage again. I will continue to hate everything and everyone. It's how Bloodlines makes up for being as short as it is, because there's only 6 stages. That guy looked like he was jacking off. Is it a pillar, or is it 2 men staring at each other? Fucking nonsense is what it is. Still got the actual boss to deal with. Princess of Moss. If I can't get some health here, I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah, I'll take that. We've actually been live for about an hour and a half. Oh, no health. Boss. If I die here, we restart this entire stage again. Oh, no, we don't. Awesome. I forgot that about Castlevania Bloodlines, because it has the limited continues. The continues just work as like a refresh of lives. Fair enough. I'm less angry now. I still am angry, but I'm less angry now. Let's go kill a moth woman. Whatever you do, Clem, don't put your dick in it.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
Oh, we have some good sound alerts. Oh, I'm out of axe. Oh no. Did Clem put his dick in it? Back here, moth. Just outside my range. Gotcha. Help. I've fallen. I can't get up. Now for the final stage. The Castle-Day-nia. You know, there's something about games of this era, when they tell you the stage is the final stage, that's just like the coolest shit. Like in, Metal Slug. When Metal Slug says final mission start, and it's like the coolest. Well, now I need a sub-weapon. The only real advice I can give for this section is the part of you that you want to watch is your feet. Damn it. Again, though, like a really nice background. Alright, we made it. Fuck you. And now for this bullshit. Remember what I said during the Super Castlevania 4 stream? The key to axe armors is always aggression. There we go. Hey, Clem. I thought it was 2 walkers and then a runner. I must have gotten confused. Go away. Excellent, Clem. We're almost done. Yeah, I want the axe. I don't want the screen. Oh, well, well. Look who it is. This cheeky cockmonger. Joke's on you, fuckface. I figured out how to beat these bosses already. Boss rush was never a good idea. Just ask Mega Man. Such a bad idea that they did it so many goddamn times, it was always the worst part of the game. There we go. What else you got, you fucking nugget? Boss rushes. I mean, sometimes not. Let's be fair, the worst part of Mega Man 2 is absolutely the turret box. And the worst part of Mega Man 3 is Doc Robot. Yeah, I think the axe is a good weapon for this. As I said, I don't hate Doc Robot as much as other people do. The big issue with it, didn't give me that a minute ago, you fucking prick. The big issue with Doc Robot more than anything else is that you have to do half the stage, half of each of the stages is a level you've already done. That is what I don't like about Doc Robot. Fuck you. Well, it'd be great if I had the longer spear, but they didn't give it to me before the fight with death. This is one of the fights that's definitely easy with John Morris. Because John can whip up diagonally upwards when he's jumping. Eric can't hit diagonally. Not diagonally upwards. Gotta be on the ground for it. Okay. Alright, 1. Neither of these are good. Come on. We still got 2 more bosses after we killed Death. Wow. It's actually kind of surprising how short stage 6 is. Come on. In my time. Alright, now the actual fight with Death. Did that trick already in the last game, you cheeky waffle. It's the boss of the munitions factory. Like, it's a gear work enemy in a gear work area. There you get the saving grace of this death fight. That you don't have to do the whole thing again once you've done it. Once you actually get to the death fight. Plus, this is genuinely one of Death's easiest fights. None of that. Unless you just get into Death with enough health to deal with him. Now, here we go, the final boss set. So, despite this being Elizabeth Bathory, in the end, with enemy lineup at the end, it's labeled as Medusa. Fuck off. scared. Fuck off. You bitch. How dare you, Clint? And now all that's left is the big cheese himself. Is this going to give me enough candles to actually get the good spear? Or am I doing this on, like, weak equipment again? Yeah, I'm doing it on weak equipment, alright. Right. Right. That's good. Back. Back, foul beast. Let's be fair, Clem. China probably already had your information. It's actually a spear, it's just not fully upgraded. Fun fact, this is the Alucard spear. Mistranslated as Alcard. But the idea is it's specifically Alucard spear, which you will never see Alucard wield, because the only time it ever appeared in the same game as Alucard was the Saturn version of Symphony of the Night. Again, like, not having the longer spear is really causing problems right now. Those Bloodlines have a secret area where you can just get, like, a... I'll admit, I haven't done Bloodlines as much as Super Castlevania 4. I was surprised that Chrono... Okay, so Reddit has provided actually a really good idea that I never. Just go back down the stairs. Sometimes I really fucking hate this series. There we go, now we actually have the proper spear. Like, the range difference on this, absolute game changer. Yeah, so, the specific details of this. It's technically 4 phases in the death. You've got the stage 2 boss, the stage 3 boss, stage 4 boss, rematches, and death. And then you've got 2 phases of an Elizabeth fight and 3 phases of a Dracula fight. And you get no healing between them except for that one card Death has. So even with Death down, we now have a 5-phase final boss to deal with. See how much of a difference, though, the extended spears make him? Alright, you mega bitch. You can feel it, Clem. Like, if you boot up your copy of Castlevania Anniversary Collection, play this far as Eric Lecarde, you'll feel the difference in reach between the level 2 spear and the level 3 spear. I've got to hit it 6 times. And these hits don't count as damage unless I hit her enough times before the center balls connect. That's the only time it counts as damage. When it's fully powered up, which you only get until you take damage, when it's fully powered up, it will play music from one of the first 3 Castlevania games. Which is cool, it's like theme power-up. Theme music power-up. It's just getting faster. We're playing a ROM hack called Bloodlines Revised Edition, which gives you that by default. But in the standard game, it's an unlockable if you enter a specific code. The code is, you go into the sound test, and you choose a specific background theme and a specific sound effect, and then just press start. And then once you've done that, when you start the game, whenever you get the level 3 power-up, it'll play you the beginning Vampire Killer or Bloody. God, woman, just die. Yeah, so much more doable with the extended spur. Nice. Well, time to go home. You coming out or not, you dick? Oh, he wasn't in there. I thought it was Dracula's cough in the background. I was wrong. It's Simon's theme. More stairs. Oh. There's his coffin. Remember, this is a 3-phase fight. Like I was saying to Teak when he was playing Castlevania 1 last week, and it's like, oh, he didn't expect Dracula to have a second phase in the first game. And I said to Teak, like, the real question isn't does Dracula have a second phase, it's does Dracula have a third phase? And in this, the answer is yes. At 1. Is the wizard next? And then the crotch face? Yes. There we go. Yep, I was always gonna die there. I gave a good fight. Yep. I called him Crotchface for a reason. Did you assume I was just being derogatory? I would never be derogatory in this stream. Because people might hear it and record it. Do I get an extra life at 100,000? Do I get extra lives for fucking... Do I get extra lives for points in this game at all? What I'm really doing right now, while we build up to 100,000 to see if I get an extra life for it, is seeing if eventually one of these candles will drop the level 3 power-up, or if that's sets of very specific candles. Starting to think it's just specific candles. Nope, no extra life at 100,000. There you go. I'm getting the hacks back though, because this screen nuke is not worth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a save state down. Which is usually something I try and avoid doing. Because I like to be, like, authentic with a lot of this stuff. The problem I have with this right now is we die one more time, I have to enter a password to start this. Because Bloodlines has the limited continues thing, and it will send us right to the beginning of the stage. And I want to make the point here that every other Castlevania game would restart you on the stairway to Dracula's fight. It's a deliberate flaw, I think, in Bloodlines design that it has limited continues like that. So we throw down a save state, and we're going to do this. And we're going to go at it until I win. Like we would in any other Castlevania game. But I want to make it very clear. The fight will be one go. We die, we reload the save state, and we start the fight again from the beginning. As it would be in any other Castlevania game. Also, while we were doing this last time, I figured out the exact timing of when to jump to hit him and also, like, destroy all of his projectiles. Because sometimes I am actually good at video games. And there you go, phase 1, no damage. Sometimes I am good at video games. Alright, and now we're on phase 3. This looks, like, genuinely looks more like a boss from Ghosts and Goblins than a final form of Dracula. Oh, he's turned red. He's shooting fire out of his crotch. You should probably see a doctor about that. We didn't need the save state anyway because I am legitimately that good. You might be thinking, wow, that's kind of a weak ending. And you'd be right, it is. This is one of those Konami games released at, like, the worst of their habits of limited continues, and you don't get the full ending unless you play on the hardest difficulty. But that is the Eric Lecarde playthrough of Castlevania Bloodlines. The save state, I think, was a reasonable precaution, but I'm glad that I didn't need to use it, and when the chips were down, I won.
Success!
My Castlevania pride remains intact. Yep. I assume you guys are behind at the moment because of the buffering. Yeah, there you go. It is nice, though, in those moments where, like, sometimes I'll fuck up. And, like, really screw things up. But when the chips are down, it's great when I actually succeed. It's like, oh no, we're on our last life, and if I die here, we'll have to load a save state, so I'm having to retire. And then I didn't die. I did it. I won. And it's like, that's always great. I love that. I love succeeding at that. Try expert mode. No. Like, all you get for expert mode, like, it's another one of those things, like, Batman Returns did the same thing. They did the same thing with, I think, Contra 3 on Super Nintendo. Of, like, you don't get the full ending, or possibly the full game in some cases, unless you play on the hardest difficulty. What's the full ending? You get another screen that says, now he's fulfilled his destiny, or some shit like that. It's still not a good ending. Yeah, Castlevania Bloodlines. good game. Recommend. Absolutely recommend. Just, like, be willing to make concessions. Like, I was sat here with the passwords loaded up, ready to just use if need be. Because the limited continue thing is bullshit. It doesn't exist in any other Castlevania game. Fuck that stage. Fuck that screen. That entire room. I spent this entire playthrough forgetting that the super jump is also an attack. At some point we'll come back to Bloodlines and we'll do the John Morris playthrough. Which, fun fact for you, Clem, John Morris is the only protagonist of Castlevania to be from Texas. I would say American, but, like, presumably his son Jonathan Morris in Portrait of Ruin is also American. Just, like, probably not from Texas. There's various things we can talk about with this, about how this game ties Castlevania into the Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, the idea being that John Morris is the son of Quincy Morris, who's one of the protagonists in the Dracula novel, who is killed by Dracula at the end, before they manage to stop him. One of Lucy's... Lucy Westenra. One of Lucy Westenra's... saying that, as far as I'm aware, this is the only protagonist of Castlevania that is American. Or born in Texas, at least, because presumably Jonathan Morris, his son, is American. We would assume Charlotte in the sequel is European. You never know. The only one that's confirmed to be American. All the Belmonts are European. Yeah, we'll come back to this at some point and do the John Morris playthrough. It'll be fun. For next time, though, like... what I'm intending to do is, like, Mondays, when we stream, if we stream on Mondays, if I'm available to stream Mondays, Mondays will be Castle-Day-nia. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out to the chat which Castlevania we'll do next. So if you guys want to hit me with what you've got, who's currently here? There's Clem, Bane, Ghost is still lurking, if she knows any Castlevanias. The only restrictions are no Simon's Quest, and we gotta do Rondo of Blood before Symphony of the Night, and Aria of Sorrow before Dawn of Sorrow. While you do that, I will look at this reel Clem has sent me on Instagram. Oh, Klim didn't send me to that, he just posted it. Oh, never mind. Why did I get a notification about that? Oh. Rondo of Blood. I was genuinely debating doing Rondo of Blood before I threw out throughout the request for suggestions. You know what, Clem? Curse of Darkness I'm gonna put in there with Symphony of the Night and Dawn of Sorrow. Castlevania 3 first. Because it is really a sequel. Same as, like, I wanted to do this before I do Portrait of Ruin again. It's stuff that's story, like, wise. It's a bird that you've put breed to. A bird taking off into flight that you've put to. So yeah, if nobody has any other suggestions, Rondo of Blood then. Which I assume Klim's going to look forward to. But yeah, let me think. Well, let me go through the entire series in my head. Because, like, Curse of Darkness is technically a sequel to 3, and it follows it up in terms of story. So I'd want to do 3 first. Which, oh god, you want to see me get mad at a video game? A video game that's still, like, really fucking good. Rondo of Blood before Dawn of Sorrow, Rondo of Blood before Symphony of the Night. Aria of Sorrow before Dawn of Sorrow. This before Portrait of Ruin. Order of Ecclesia, isn't it? Connect. Harmony of Dissonance technically is connected to Simon's Quest. The idea is you're running through the castle picking up the 5 relics of blood that Simon collected in Simon's Quest. But I'm also not going to play Simon's Quest because it's boring. I guess Belmont's Revenge after Adventure. Yeah. But also Adventure Rebirth after the Adventure. Like, I'd like to do the original and then the remake. Same with Dracula X Chronicles. Like, I absolutely want to do Rondo of Blood and Dracula X Chronicles, but Rondo of Blood first. So yeah, if anybody has any other Castlevania suggestions, let me know, but yeah, probably Rondo of Blood. I have not done Rondo of Blood since I Let's Played it. Which was a 100% run that I did on Let's Play, and I did that because I had it fresh in my head. Because I had just, like, platinumed it on PS4 in the Castlevania Requiem collection. I'd just gotten all the trophies. I had all of it fresh in my head. Like, let's do the Let's Play then. And I sat down, I broke open a bottle of fruit cider, and recorded it, and it took me like 3 hours, and I did it 100%. And like, that was fun. That was a fun Let's Play. I enjoyed doing that. Real quick, we can get out my favorite clip. This real. Because I feel like everybody should see onto the widescreen. Pretty sure it was in the last. Yes, there. Get a little bit nervous. There we go. And I have no idea what's with this stage background. Because this isn't an emulation issue or anything. It's just bright green for some reason, I have no idea why. And now we have the alternate stage 4 boss. Who... I think... No, this is the second appearance. And that was a fun let's play. That screen is that background for some reason is entirely bright green. No idea why. When did I post this? 18th of June 2019. God damn. And that was the last time I played Rondo of Blood. So it's been close to 5 years. Been close to 6 years. Christ. So I'm going to throw it out one more time. Anybody have any other suggestions of Castlevania? I think it was a good Let's Play. I feel like I did quite well with it. And like I say, it was all recorded in one sitting. I did it in about 3 hours. With a bottle of fruit cider at my side. And just went to town with it. And I can guarantee you, the stream of it will not be as smooth. Because, like I said, I haven't done Rondo of Blood since then. I'll have forgotten a bunch of it. A bunch of the secrets and stuff where some of the maidens are hidden. Dracula X Chronicles is going to be worse, because you need... you need the maidens specifically to unlock the ability to break, like, the specific walls. But it was a good Let's Play. I enjoyed doing it. And I'll look forward to playing Rondo of Blood again. I have set up a way for me to do Rondo of Blood. Because I've spoken about this before, and I've spent a bunch of time with Teak trying to figure it out, and I've not been able to. I have issues with PC Engine CD emulation for some reason. I've had it working on one emulation system. The Raspberry Pi, like the old Raspberry Pi that I used to have, that I still have somewhere, but like it's years and years old at this point. And that's the only time I've ever gotten PC Engine CD emulation working, and not been able to do it since. Unfortunately, the only thing I really care about playing from it is Rondo of Blood. Akumajo Dracula X Chino Rondo. Because all the other stuff I don't really care about. So what I've done is I have gotten the Virtual Console release, which will run through Dolphin, and we're gonna stream that. But it's the original release. The version I picked up has the original German intro. Because the Virtual Console release, they replaced the German intro with the re-recorded one that was released in Dracula X. The version I've got is the original version. I don't know what's going on with that. The game will be in Japanese, because that game was not released outside Japan until the PSP version, or the PSP remake, where it was included as a bonus and be dubbed in English. And I don't want to play that version. So yeah, Rondo of Blood next time. Look at what my schedule is. Will I be doing a Monday stream? Welcome in, Mr. Solitary Man. Yes. Yes, I will. So I hope we can all look forward to that. Next Monday, Castle-Day-nia will continue with Rondo of Blood, which I'm looking forward to. I hope everybody else looks forward to it as well, because Rondo of Blood is like one of the peaks of classic Castlevania. After we've done that, maybe we'll do a Metroidvania, because that'll be 3 classic Vanias in a row. But maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do another classic Vania. Maybe we'll do one of the 3D games. Who knows? All we can say for certain is there will be more Castlevania to come. I'm doing good, thank you, Mr. Solitary Man. I hope you can see. But yeah, these Castlevania streams, what I'm gonna do with them, because like it's been 2.5 hours, which is fairly short as far as streams go. But I'm gonna generally limit them to 1 game per stream. Like particularly with the classic Vanias, if we finish the game, that's going to be the end of the stream, unless it's under like 1.5 hours, in which case we'll see about booting up another one and continuing. Because some of them will probably be pretty short, but then some of them won't be. I'm thinking back to because Teak is streaming Castlevania again as part of his Franchise Friday. He's going back and doing the Castlevania games he did do last time he did Castlevania for his Franchise Friday. Started that last Friday with the original Castlevania, and I woke up for work. I was up early for work on the Saturday, and he was still streaming. And so I popped in and took a look, and he was on Dracula. And I inquired later how long it took him to beat Dracula, and he said it took him 4 hours to do Dracula, and I'm hoping it won't be that bad for us. I would like to not be stuck on one boss for 4 hours. But we'll see, because like, Pucci Castlevania is a lot harder than people expect. 2025? Mondays specifically, if we stream on Mondays, will be Castlevania. Which Castlevania? That's gonna go through the year. Next week will be Castlevania Rondo of Blood. After that, we'll see where we go. Coming up in other day streams, we will have Chrono Trigger. Finally doing Chrono Trigger. Following Chrono Trigger will be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which will be a first playthrough for me. After that, I'm not sure. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do. I picked up Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition on PS5, and I want to do that. Because, like, I love Beyond Good and Evil, and I've not streamed Beyond Good and Evil. And we're probably never going to get Beyond Good and Evil 2, and even if we do, it's probably going to be awful. Ubisoft's live service nonsense. Like, I'd love to do Beyond Good... Like, maybe I'll, like, commit to Beyond Good and Evil post that. Post FF7 Rebirth. After that, like, I don't know, maybe Super Mario RPG? I know Clem would like to see that. Or maybe I'll say I'm going to do Super Mario RPG and actually do Paper Mario. To trick Clem into watching Paper Mario. We'll see. But like, the main goal of 2025, because like last year was all about the year of PlayStation, only PlayStation games. This year, with the exception of Castle-Day-nia, nothing I stream will be something I've streamed before. Everything will be a new stream. Like, at no point we're going to stream something we've done before. At all. Like, there's a lot of stuff we can do with there. There's a lot of stuff I've been wanting to do. There's the DLC idea. The DLC for games that I haven't finished. I'm actually just re-downloading Spider-Man onto my PC. Not at this very minute, but I've got it set to that. So we can do the DLC for Spider-Man, which then lines us up to be able to do Miles Morales and then eventually Spider-Man 2. Right here. Spider-Man 2's coming onto PC. I'm probably not going to buy it because I'm fine with the PS5 version. Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the most unlikely things for me to do, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Solitary Man. As far as Grand Theft Auto goes, as far as Rockstar games go, I'd like to do Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. And then maybe 4, because I never finished 4. I never finished 3. But I never finished 4. Never played much of 4, so I'd like to give that another chance on stream. And as far as like Rockstar games themselves go, Bully. I'd like to do Bully on stream. Bully was the last Rockstar game I really enjoyed. Not the last Rockstar game I finished, but it was the last one I really enjoyed. Last one I finished was Red Dead Redemption. The problem with streaming Grand Theft Auto stuff is the licensed soundtracks creating issues, so that may end up having to be like the Christmas stream and the New Year stream of RE2 and RE3. That might have to be a thing of like, it doesn't get archived, the VODs get deleted immediately after the stream, have to be there when we do it because of the licensed music. The alternative is that we just don't have music playing during those streams, and I feel like that kills a lot of the atmosphere, especially of Vice City. I've not played Bully in a long time. I've not played Bully since I finished it. And like, what I would do with it is I'd do the Scholarship Edition, which I didn't play. I played the PS2 version. I've never done the Scholarship Edition with its extra content. But that'd be fun. And it's a smaller scale open world. Open world games are tricky to do in streams, I feel. Like maintaining interest and stuff, unless you know them really well. Like, with Arkham Knight wasn't such an issue. I was able to keep it pretty focused. Occasionally dive into some of the side missions. Never been released on PSN. Well, the good news is you can get it for your Wii. I assume you already own it on Nintendo Wii. Yeah, like the older open worlds that were a lot more condensed and didn't have as much wasted time, I think is probably the best way of putting it. Like that. Those are so much more appealing to me than doing certainly PS4 era open world games, somewhat PS3 era open world games. Like, I'd like to do something like Spider-Man Web of Shadows on stream, but that game is repetitive. Yeah, the copyright. I should finish Wolfenstein: The New Order, which started not last year, the year before. I feel like we're one stream away from the end of that, and like we could do that and finish it off, and we'd be good. Because I don't want to leave that unfinished. Yes, I currently have a game of Prototype going on my Steam Deck, which I had intended to transfer to my PC to continue it. But it turns out that Prototype does not support cloud saves on Steam. So if I want to transfer my PC save from my Steam Deck to my PC, I will have to fuck around with manually obtaining the save file and transferring it to my PC, which I don't want to do. Prototype is a tricky one to consider for stream. Like, Prototype 2, I could turn around to you and I could say, yeah, we could do Prototype 2 on stream. Prototype 1's rougher. But I'm not going to say no to it. Like, that's a possibility. That's like a solid possibility. Infamous is another one, because like Infamous came out very close to Prototype, and the two are compared quite a lot at release. I'd love to do the Infamous games, but I do not want to hook up my PS3 for it. Streaming from the PS3 has never been fun. So, you know, forever hold out hope that Sony will re-release the Infamous games. Or I'll just sit down and spend some time working out the PS3 emulator. I have been looking into the Vita emulator, which has been kind of interesting. Vita 3K. There's not a whole lot left exclusive to Vita that I'd be interested in streaming, but there's still a couple of things. Most notable of which, Muramasa Rebirth. The Vita exclusive enhanced port of Muramasa the Demon Blade, which was a Wii game. But like, Rebirth adds enough extra content and improves enough upon the original game that the Vita version is the one you want to play. Undeniably. So like, that could be good, and I spent some time looking into the compatibility list of Vita 3K, the emulator, and it is listed as fully playable from start to finish, which is good. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot exclusive to Vita. That's really just more of a personal side project I'm looking into. And also saving the trouble of hooking up with one game. I do know where my PS... Yeah, I don't necessarily like to say I'm never going to stream anything, Mr. Solitary Man. So Grand Theft Auto 5 is not off the cards. I would just like to work my way up to it. Which means it's not off the cards, it's just way, way, way down the line. Because I'd want to do 3 Vice City, San Andreas, 4, and all the DLC for 4 before I try 5. I've not actually played Grand Theft Auto 5 at all. I have it, I've just never played it. Yeah, like the big thing this year, Castle-Day-nia, and outside of Castle-Day-nia, streaming games that I haven't completed on stream before. And if I remember doing the DLCs for games that I have streamed on stream before, but didn't do the DLCs for, which is going to mean stuff like RE4 Makes Separate Ways, Resident Evil Village, Shadows of Rose, State That Never Sleeps for Spider-Man, PS4, all the DLC for Arkham Knight, Cold Heart for Arkham Origins, Annihilation Line for Terminator Resistance, and I thought there was something else. I don't remember. Maybe it was Intermission that I was thinking of, but we did Intermission. We'll do some of that before we do Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But yeah, because I'd like to have those games like completely wrapped up. Well, anyway, that is absolutely going to do it for us today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Who do we have today? We had Bane, Liam, Panda, Ali, Mr. Solitary Man, Icy, there you go. I was trying to remember who it was who was here at the start, and I was thinking Ninja. It's like, Ninja hasn't been here today. It was Icy. And I think that's everybody. Thanks so much for keeping me company, guys. Chat is always the best part of the stream. I can give you absolute assurance that we are not going to get to Grand Theft Auto 5 before the end of the year, Mr. Man. Like, let me dive into my Discord real quick, because I have a list of games that I would like to show. That I'm probably going to pick from that's been there for like 3-4 years now. I've split it into like RPG. So like just the non-RPG. Look at this. Hades, which I should go back to. Sekiro. Not enjoy playing. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Thiops, Mindgate Conspiracy, Shadow of Memories, Mirror's Edge, Catherine, Batman the Brave and the Bold for the Nintendo Wii. A Hat in Time, Metal Wolf Chaos, Zone of the Enders, Okami, Dusk. I would like to go back and finish that. Sly Raccoon, Destroy All Humans, Assassin's Creed 1, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, Disaster Report 4, Summer Memories, Tomb Raider Legend, Big Down, Celeste, American McGee's Alice, Gravity Rush Remastered, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, Thimbleweed Park, Onimusha Warlords, Darksiders War Master Edition, Beyond Good and Evil, Tomb Raider the Reboot, Grand Theft Auto 3 is on there, like near the bottom, Yakuza 2, LA Noire, Time Splitters 2, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects, and Power Slave Exhumed. Those are the games that are currently on my list of stuff that I'd like to do, and I'm not even going off that list. And those are just the non-RPGs. Out in the RPGs makes it way worse. So there is zero chance we're getting to Grand Theft Auto 5 before the end of the year. Thimbleweed Park looked really good, and I've had it sat on my Switch for a while. I'd like to get around to it. And the core of the stream has always been about making me, giving me the focus to really play games that I want to play. So we'll see. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate you being here, Solitary Man, and I hope whatever I do. But yeah, there's not really anything else to say except thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. Take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.